Good afternoon and welcome everyone. My name is Amanda Harriger and I'm the Regional General Manager at Serendipity Labs for the West Market based in Frisco, Texas. I want to thank you all for logging in. This one's especially exciting for Frisco residents and golf enthusiasts alike that have been curious to know all the details and insight on how we've landed on having the prestige and honor of calling our city now home to the headquarters of the PGA. Today, we're hosting Lauren Lockie, who is the Community Relations Lead for the PGA, that is graciously providing us an exclusive update on how development's coming along, the tremendous impact that it's already having on Frisco, and much, much more. If you're not familiar with Serendipity Labs, we are an upscale hospitality-focused workplace solution. We have 40 locations nationwide in Frisco Hall Park here, opened in October of 2018. So whether you're needing an occasional workplace for yourself or more long-term solutions for your team, we offer a variety of different membership options that can be customizable to your solutions. We're also able to host any off-site meetings or events in our conference rooms and ideation studio. So as we're starting to emerge, keep that into consideration coming back into the workplace. For more information on membership, meeting opportunities, or more link events, you can visit us at serendipitylabs.com to find the full calendar of events and the location best suited for you. Without further ado, I'm excited to welcome Lauren Lockie and hand the presentation over to her to tell us about all that's happening with the PGA now.
Oh, thank you so much, Amanda. I am really looking forward to today and to speaking with you all and just talk about this fantastic project that's coming to the community and really just to kind of explain, like you said, where we are, how we got here, and what you all can expect. I think that you're all going to be really impressed. I know our members, our staff members, and especially you guys in the community are going to just be really blown away with what's going to be accessible to you all to use here in the very, very near future. So let's get started. So I think one of the number one questions that we're asked a lot of times is why Frisco? And originally, the original conversation started just to try and get championship golf here. As our leadership team came to the table and they visited and more people started getting involved in the conversation, the project just evolved. And we see our partners that we're currently partners with today have come to the table and we have provided this really fantastic, innovative public-private partnership. So these partners include Omni Hotels and Resorts, who I can't say enough about. Us, obviously, the City of Frisco, that includes the Frisco Economic Development Corporation, and then the Frisco Community Development Corporation, as well as FriscoISD. So as I mentioned, we have world-class partners. One of the things that was really attractive to us as well is just the central location of where we are. Obviously, the Dallas-Fort Worth market is right smack dab in the middle of the map. It's convenient, it's accessible to people all over the country from, east, west, south. Just really, really great location, as well as for international guests. We have a major hub airport here in Dallas. The media market is just so friendly and really sports centric. And so that was definitely enticing to us as well. But I think one of the main reasons too is, Frisco is known as the best city to raise an athlete as well. And so as we were looking at the portfolio of different sports franchises that are headquartered here, obviously the Dallas Cowboys, FC Dallas, the Dallas Mavericks, the Stars, the Rangers, it was very noticeable to us that we were missing golf. So on top of all of the other attractive benefits, this was definitely one as well. So looking here, and I'm not quite sure if you can see my cursor, but this is a map of the fields development in PGA Frisco. So going from north to south, this main artery that right here, this is the Dallas North Tollway. Preston Road is to the east. 380 is up here to the north, and this is our campus right here. This is the fields development that you can see. This is a residential development that you'll see under construction here in the nearest future. Last I heard, they'll have lot delivery in the next 15, 16 months. So more to come on that. But this right here, this green area, this is PGA Frisco, and this is the east course over here. We have the west course on the other side. We have a short course that'll be closer to the center. This is the Omni Hotel up here in the northeast corner. It'll be a 500 room key hotel, some conference center space. You'll have about 7 golf villas that people can stay in as well. In between, over here, this is our retail experience. It's going to be golf theme and golf centrically focused. And then over here in this corner, this is where our headquarters is going to be. And so I'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a little bit. But many of you have probably seen this sign up here on the Dallas North Tollway. This is Fields Parkway, PGA Parkway. So we are officially on the map. There's an exit off the tollway for us. So it'll be a convenient location to get to. So going over just the scope of work. So as I mentioned, this was a public-private partnership between the City of Frisco, FriscoISD, Omni Hotels, and us. The project spans a total of about 660 acres. 600 of that is really golf focused. But it's part of that larger fields development, like I mentioned, that's being planned and developed by Hunt Realty Investments. We're going to have 2 18-hole world-class courses known as the East Course and the West Course. East Course is our championship course that is currently or was designed by Gil Hans, and our West Course was designed by Bo Welling. We're going to have a 10-hole course, a short course, par 3, I believe, 30-acre practice facility, a 500-room key Omni resort, and 127,000 square feet of convention center space, which will be needed up here in this northern section of Frisco. As I mentioned, we'll have a unique golf theme retail experience that's going to be unlike anything any of us have ever seen. We'll have a clubhouse for our golfers to use, as well as a performance center that was actually just approved. Of course, our headquarters, and then the North Texas PGA, which is one of our 41 section offices across the country. They actually are located here in North Texas and will actually be constructing their headquarters right next to ours on our campus. So when we open our doors, we're going to have about 150 to 170 staff members that will initially work at our facility whenever we open early January 22. So the impact that a lot of people ask about, so talking to the city and of course doing our research beforehand, our golf courses, our tournaments, our hotel and conference center is estimated to have a $2.5 billion economic impact over the next 20 years. This is going to be a signature development to anchor North Frisco. You've seen other areas south of here that, have their anchor. This will definitely be the signature development to the north that will be, a warm, inviting, and welcoming place for the community to come and gather, not only Frisco residents, but from communities all around. And it adds, as I mentioned earlier, adds to the portfolio of professional sports headquarters located here in Frisco. So one of the things that I'm so excited to always talk about, because I find that not everybody is aware of it, but there's going to be public benefits and use. Because it's a public-private partnership, we want to invite the public onto our campus and to use our facility to have access to our courses, to our retail experience, to our professionals. And so in addition to the golf course access, we're going to have a 3.5 mile long paved trail that goes all the way around our campus. And this is for, anybody that's looking to go for a run, just to go look for a stroll, that really wants to go and experience the campus and the grounds on a day-to-day basis. You'll get the full view and unobstructed views of the golf course, and it'll tie into that retail experience as well. So really excited about that. During our championships, that will also serve as a trail for our vendors to get access onto the different areas on our site. And it's also wide enough for a fire truck, police, ambulance to come in case there is any sort of emergency situation as well on our site. So as I mentioned, the public will have access to our golf courses, and there will be discounts for Frisco residents. So if you live within the City of Frisco limits, you will have a little bit of a discount. That will be good to see. And FriscoISD, as I mentioned, they are one of our partners, one of our premier partners, and we are so looking forward to having them and their golf athletes come and practice on our facility. So on a day-to-day basis, you will see golf students, golf athletes at FriscoISD using our courses all throughout the year. In addition, what we are aiming to do is not only invite golfers onto our property, we want non-golfers alike too. So in addition, working with our school districts, we want to encourage and offer opportunities and internships across a variety of different sectors within our business. So that would include sports management, sports broadcasting, business management, culinary marketing, landscape architecture, as you can imagine, graphic design, and then of course, hotel and restaurant management. And so this is another map specifically of our PGA Frisco campus. So as you see, there's our golf courses, east course, our west course. There's the short course in between. Again, this is the Omni area up here to the northeast. These golf villas that you'll see that will be part of the Omni as well. The retail center, the clubhouse will be over here as well. I don't believe I mentioned, but this is PGA Parkway that was recently renamed. It was formerly Rock Hill. This is Championship Drive, formerly Teal. And again, this is where our headquarters is currently being constructed. Across the street, directly across the street, FriscoISD is building their high school number 12 that was recently named Panther Creek High School. That's this area over here. This white portion right here, that is where the North Texas PGA is going to be constructing their facility as well. So just a little bit of information about the Omni. So they are expected to break ground on their resorts May of this year, with expected completion by the spring of 2023. This resort, as you can see, it kind of has the Texas modern feel, and you'll see that theme, that design theme throughout our entire campus. And I'll show you some renderings here in a minute where you can really get a good look at that. But this is going to be a 500-room key hotel. It'll have about 48 suites, and then as I mentioned, those 7 golf villas that are going to be located near the clubhouse, but with direct access to the golf course. Multiple pools for resort guests. So if you're coming from out of town or you're just looking for a staycation, it's going to be such a wonderful area to stay in. They'll have multiple dining outlets, a full service spa, a fitness center, and then as I mentioned, that 127,000 square foot convention center. That is going to be such an asset to our community and meeting planners across our area. And as you can see, and you'll see some in further renderings, but a lot of glass, a lot of openness, a lot of direct views onto the course. So you'll have these just really beautiful open space areas to really look out, landscaped areas to look out onto. So this is the main entry of the Omni Resort. Again, taking a look, this is our Texas modern design and feel and theme that you'll see again throughout the entire campus. A lot of stone, a lot of dark metal, really beautiful, beautifully done. This, just as a little side note, this tree right here, so that was actually, obviously this is computer generated, but that was actually part of the Fields homestead near one of the homes that was on our property. And they actually uprooted it. Instead of getting rid of it, they packed it up and they actually rolled it 2 miles to get to this location where the new Omni Resort is going to be. So it's a beautiful, really, really old oak tree that they've been able to preserve. And I think it really just was a nice, it's just a symbolic, and it's just a nice homage or honor to the Fields family, and something that is just really unique to the property as well. So looking inside, this is the lobby and bar area. That will be inside of the resort, and it's called the Lookout, which is really nice. This is called the Apron. It's a kitchen and bar. So if you're looking to grab something real quick or just grab a quick drink or whatnot, this would be the place to go. And as you might be able to see throughout these windows, it will have full golf course, at this time, full golf course views as well, all the way around, which is really nice. This is a fine dining experience within the Omni, the resort. It's called the Trick Rider, which would be a great place if you're looking for a little bit nicer meal, or maybe a date night or staycation, a business meeting. It would be a really great place to go. And then this is our headquarters. So this is, again, sticking with that Texas modern feel design theme throughout the campus. A lot of stone, a lot of the similar attributes that you'll see at the Omni. resort as well. But this is, whoops, I'm sorry. This is the front entry. If you are coming off of Championship Drive, this is what you would see. It's going to be a 4-story building. The bottom floor will have our education facility, a broadcast studio, and really a place for all of our students to come and get that hands-on education and training that you'll see here in just a minute as well. So again, it's 106,000 interior square feet. We'll have a 4th level boardroom with an outdoor patio, which is something that we are just, as a team, are so excited to offer. 4th floor, it will double as a VIP entertainment space, hospitality space during our championships. It will also act as a boardroom whenever our board of directors is in town. Something really neat and unique about this too is, that'll have limited use as our championships aren't held every day, our board meetings aren't held every day. And so something that we've talked about internally is trying to open up and offer that space as well to the community to use if they have, whether it's an HOA meeting, a town hall meeting, a board retreat where you spend the whole day there. There's going to be a warming kitchen and an indoor-outdoor component of it too. So really warm and welcoming. As I mentioned, we'll have our education center on that 1st floor, which will have 4 hitting bays, and it'll allow students to hit outside to our practice facility. Additionally, they'll have opportunities to practice in our indoor putting and bunker areas. So really get that hands-on training, in addition to the classroom training, hands-on training as well. And it is a LEED certified building, which we're really proud about. We put in so many different thoughtful details into our design and are just really proud that we were able to achieve that certification. As some of you may have noticed as you drive by on 380, that building coming out of the ground, I've had so many people ask me, what is that? What is that part of the hotel? What is it? That is our building. So we have about 2/3 of the steel framing near completion. The remaining third should probably be done by the end of this month. I just found out that this slab has been poured. It was started to be poured on the 1st level on the south end of the building where our education facility is going to be. And so they're going to be continuing to move further along on that. We have floor decking on levels 2 and 3, which you could probably see if you drove by as well. And then here the garage walls have been poured. I think that's, it's really interesting because, again, like I said, we put a lot of thought, a lot of detail, a lot of attention to detail that I think that the community would be appreciative of. And it's going to be such a beautiful building from the outside, but something as small as this, when we were going through the design work, obviously parking has to be addressed, and we have to figure out where not only our staff and employees are going to park, but visitors and championship parking and so many different things went into it. But when we were first approached, we had a parking garage that was at ground level, above ground. And we said, that we just have such wonderful views that we really want this to be a beautiful building and a beautiful space. And so our team, working with our architecture firm, with the city, with our board of directors, we decided to go ahead and put that parking garage underground. So you're not going to come when the first thing you see when you pull up isn't going to be a parking garage. It's going to be the golf course, and it's going to be our really beautiful building. So it's coming along, and we are just so excited to see to continue to see it progress. Here's a couple other pictures. This is actually on the, if you were looking northwest or so, this is what you would see from the golf course. So again, it's a 4-story building. Over here on this left side of the building, on the south side of the building, that's where our education facility is. We'll have 4 hitting bays right here where, again, students can hit from inside out onto the practice facility. We have our education studio, or I'm sorry, our broadcasting studio on this side of the building, where we'll be able to do recordings during championships. Golf Channel type of companies can come in and do their stories. And again, the sports broadcasting students can come in and use it as well. On the second and third floors, this is where all of our staff offices will be. And again, we have these terraces that were built. So on the second and third floor, and then even leading up onto the fourth floor where this hospitality and board of directors area will be. We really wanted to create a space for our employees, and you'll see this throughout the entire building, but we wanted to create this space for employees where they had an area to go, but they're going to be encouraged to work where's comfortable for them. So while they might have a designated space in an area within our building, they'll have the opportunity to go work outside on these terraces, through these different collaborative areas throughout our building. It's really thoughtfully done. And here, this is our main entrance. So if you come over here to the right, that's our main entry door. To the right over here, this is our gallery, where you'll be able to see, if you're waiting for a meeting or something, you'll be able to see a little bit of the history of the PGA, some of our championship trophies, that sort of thing. And this is an open area, and it was intentional to be this open, and this is what we call the fairway. And it's a place where not only our employees can come and gather for different meetings, or there's some natural run-ins in the hall or whatnot. It's going to be a place where we can actually host team meetings as well. So we intentionally designed and created an area where we could all gather outside of a large boardroom of some sort, but somewhere that's comfortable, that's inviting, that again has these views that are so wonderful. So if we either wanted to do a large team meeting, we could. These doors over here, these are seminar rooms. So these open up, and there's AV capability. So if we needed to show something, show a video, or highlight something, we could. Otherwise, it could be a real informal gathering or whatnot. And up here's a catwalk too. So if somebody just had like a really brief announcement, or they wanted to recognize somebody really quick, they could. Really, really thoughtfully done. And over here too, as you walk in through the building and you go down this fairway area, this is the social stair. Again, another intentional spot within the design that really will encourage our employees to get up, move around, to try and find another place to work if they would like to. So moving on, this is the PGA Frisco Retail Center. Again, golf themed. It's a one-of-a-kind indoor-outdoor golf-centered entertainment venue for all ages. And I kind of like to compare it to, it's kind of like the Star is to football, right? But this is going to be a one-of-a-kind experience on a golf-focused level. There's going to be a lit 2-acre putting green, which is right here, and it's actually currently under construction and coming on very nicely. There's going to be an ice house, outdoor casual bar, kind of like a Katy Trails ice house type concept, if you're familiar. A golf themed sports bar, an ice cream and coffee shop, a few specialty retail boutique type places that are currently in the works. And then they'll have an outdoor screen, kind of like the Star does as well, that will be able, in an event stage, where we'll be able to host a variety of different public activities, whether it's watch parties during the Masters, if it's a movie night, if it's whatever it is, seasonal programming, we'll be able to offer it and really have another way to invite the public to come and use our facilities and feel welcome. And then down here as well, so this is the 2-acre putting course. This is the 10-hole short course as well that ties into it, and which I think is really, really neat. It's all going to be lit, so it's going to be usable at night as well. This is a rendering of our ice house. It's our outdoor concept for the casual bar concept. And then this is the retail experience center main entry. If you were just coming up, this is where you would, looking ahead, you'd see the golf course and the variety of different experiences that you could partake in. As I mentioned, FriscoISD, one of our key partners, they're currently building their high school number 12, located directly across the street from where our headquarters is being constructed right now. They just named it Panther Creek High School. And so if you drive by, you'll see not only ours under construction, but theirs as well. It's kind of quite the construction zone right now, but they're expected to be complete with their construction June of 22 to open for that 22-23 school year. And they've been a tremendous partner in all of this, even during design of their campus. while we were under design as well, we will be utilizing some of their facilities when we do have these major championships in town and hosted at PGA Frisco. And so logistically, we had to coordinate with them ahead of time to figure out what would work, what would not. And so I can't thank them enough and show our appreciation enough to them for working with us and to really helping to make this dream a reality. And just a few notes about the golf facilities. So you may or may not have noticed that it looks like a golf course if you drive by. So it's still 34 out of 36 of the holes are completed. There's going to be, as mentioned, 2 golf courses, the East and the West course. The East course will be for our televised championships. We're going to have a 3-level, 40,000 square foot clubhouse. A 10-hole lighted par 3, which I just pointed out on the rendering, a 75,000 square foot lighted putting green. That's 2 acres, just to kind of put it in perspective, and a practice facility as well. So the construction on these courses began August of 2019, which is remarkable if you look at how much work has been done in just a relatively short amount of time. So it began then, grassing of the courses began this past summer, and as I mentioned, 34 out of the 36 holes are completed. That with the other 2 expected to be done, I believe, in June of this year. The practice facility, short course and putting course, that work is underway as well. The vertical construction on the clubhouse will begin this summer with the completion of early 23 as well. With the golf course expected to be completed and done and open to the public August 1st of 2022. So these are just a few fun facts that our team likes to kind of highlight. The East course has 250,000 linear feet of drainage, and the West course has almost nearly 240,000, which is pretty amazing. One of the things that surprised us so much, I mean, all of us as a team, was that we knew that there was going to be a lot of dirt work that had to be moved, right? A lot of dirt. We had 300 people on site at any given day this past summer just trying to get everything started. But when you took all that dirt and you put it into dump trucks, it would take you from here to New Orleans with all of those dump trucks full. I mean, that is how much dirt had to be moved to make this thing happen. So it's fantastic to see. And I think when I went out on a tour last summer, they said, I think they called them artists, right? The workers that had to actually carve out and shape the golf courses. They're artists, and it truly, if you really see it in person, I mean, it truly is a work of art. Let's see, and there's 50 acres of created man-made wetlands on the property, 30 acres on the East course and 16 acres on the West course, which, is bringing in all kinds of terrific wildlife on the property. And then 1,100 specimen trees have been planted, which these don't include the smaller understory trees or the shrubs. These are actual trees, which most of them, I believe, actually made it through the winter storm, which was great. So, and with that too, even with the winter storm and the recent rains and all of that, our construction on the headquarters actually has stayed on time, and we are still expected to be completed by December. So, good news. This is the PGA of Frisco clubhouse. This is the view that you would have if you were looking from the golf course. Again, maintaining that Texas modern design theme throughout, with a lot of the native landscaping as well that you'll see. The first floor has a dining room, restaurant, and then some locker rooms. And then the second story right here, that'll be for private members, and it'll kind of be the same type of concept as like a Cowboys Club, if you're familiar. So that'll be up there with an indoor-outdoor dining option, and then as well as their own locker rooms. This is the clubhouse restaurant that would be on that ground level. Just a glimpse into what the locker rooms may look like. And championships. So we have already committed to hosting 26 championships in the first 12 years of operations. And as you'll see, we have in 2023 is our first one. That's a KitchenAid Senior Championship. In 25, and 24, the PGA Professional, 25, the Women's, 27, the PGA Championship. So we have many, many, many on the books that we are looking forward to hosting here. And all those that are in bold, those will be televised as well. And just to kind of finish up, so these are really neat. These are just some current pictures of what the construction looks like. This obviously is a before picture, and then this is an after picture. You can see just how much dirt work just in this one little location really looked like. And here are a few more. Just really beautiful and beautifully done. And again, these folks that do this work, they truly are artists. So I just want to thank you, Amanda, for inviting me to speak. Lauren as well. You know, this is our pride and joy, right? We are passionate about it. We are so looking forward to inviting all of you out. If you have any questions about anything that was covered today or any questions about what's to come in the future, feel free to reach out to me. I can provide my contact information to Amanda and she can send it out. The one other question that I get a lot of questions about is career opportunities, what's to come, right? So right now we have about 45 teammates on the ground here in Frisco. And as I mentioned, we'll have about 150, 170 whenever we open our doors in early 22. We will have, I know right now we have even a couple of positions that are posted online. If you go to careers.pgahq.com, that's where you can find the current positions available. I also try and like to post them on my LinkedIn page, and then the PGA also has a LinkedIn page. So if you're active on there, feel free to check it out, but there will be others. I know it's a very attractive employment opportunity. So we'll have anything from, you know, digital operations to PR to finance, anything and everything in between. So feel free to check that out. And again, Amanda, thank you so much and happy to answer any questions.
Thank you so much, Lauren. This is really exciting. So, I mean, you gave us an exclusive peek behind the curtain. So I think it's encouraging to see the renderings, and I love the nod to Texas and to Frisco specifically. If anybody that's viewing now has any questions that they want to ask, feel free to drop it into the Q&A or the chat now. We've got a few minutes just to take a couple that could arise. But I think we're all impressed with how far it's come along. I mean, it feels like we were just talking about it coming to Frisco, and here the course is pretty much finished. You know, of course, has some finishing touches to go through, and all the retail and entertainment center. It feels like it's going to be I mean, you compared it to the Star, which is a great analogy, but I feel like it's the Star and Texas Live, and it's just going to be
everything. It's
the ultimate mecca. Everybody keeps upping their game, and the PGA is taking the cake.
Yeah.
Okay, we do have a couple of questions here. One is asking if they're interested in doing business with the PGA, what would be the best way to connect?
Oh, goodness. Well, that's such a broad question. If you're interested, feel free to reach out and we can see if it could possibly be a good fit, depending on what it is, what the industry is, and what the potential opportunity could be. So, yeah, open to conversations.
Okay, and it's okay that our participants can connect with you on LinkedIn?
Absolutely. Yes, please do. And if I don't have the answer or whatnot, I would be more than happy to track it down or put you in contact with somebody that would be able to point you in the right direction or to be able to answer it a little bit better.
Okay, good to know. Another question is, are there going to be options for our surrounding areas or Prosper residents to be able to participate, or if those discounts and benefits are exclusive to Frisco residents?
So yeah, we want everybody to come and enjoy the area, right? We want everybody to get on our courses no matter where you live. If you live in town, if you live out of state, we want you to come and experience everything that we have to offer. And so while the discounts will be available to Frisco residents, Prosper residents are also able to come and use our facilities, whether it's golf course, short course, our coaching and performance center as well. And those membership opportunities as well, those are currently in the works. I've gotten a lot of questions about that here recently, but we hope to have that information available to the public here in the near future.
Wonderful. Well, I can't thank you enough for your time because I know you've got a lot on your plate and a lot going on. So this has really been a treat to get this insider exclusive information for our members and guests. And if you're not a current member with Serendipity Labs, we'd like to invite you to come and try us complimentary for a day. So we'll set you up with a co-working pass or even a private office for a day to get you interested in utilizing the workspace in any other capacities. So. We'll send out an email with, again, the information to connect with Lauren and the website for the PGA and career opportunities and that complimentary day pass. So again, thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you on the next Link event and seeing you around town, Lauren.
Thank you.
All right, take care, everyone. You too.